Hi, I'm Kimmie Rose, and welcome to this week's Vibe and Mantra for May the 19th through the 24th, 2019 AD. And the spring is here, and it is the harvest season. It's an amazing time. I'm hoping that this video will get published and put up, just a couple days after the full moon, which I'm recording this on the full moon, and that would be today, which is Saturday. And I just wanted to share with everyone that it is a full moon in Scorpio, and we've been waiting for this time for a long time. I talk about the womb of the mother a lot, and I wanted to read something to you. Excuse me while I play with modern technology. God does not begin by asking us about our ability, but only about our availability. If we then prove our dependability, He will then increase our capability. Know that you came out of the womb, and when you came out of the womb, the mother welcomed you. She gave to you all the things that you could ever need. She gave to you the nutrients. She gave to you the beautiful flowers. She gave to you the seeds to create the flowers. And she also was ready for you. The mother welcomed you openly. As you were forming in your mother's womb, she nurtured your mother. She gave your mother the safety and the harmony so that you could receive what you needed, so that you could be born into her womb. Your mother who carried you in your womb, she made an agreement with the Earth Mother that when you were born, that when that umbilical cord was cut, you would go out into the world. And as you walked upon the mother's womb, you would listen to her heartbeat. You would become part of a whole. You were born into a family, and that family was there to hopefully raise you. And remember, if it was not your birth family, even if you were born into another family, and even if the mother who did not give birth to you did not raise you, still the agreement was made that when that umbilical cord was cut and you were put and placed in the mother's womb to live, to be present, the mother was there to take care of you. And you were raised by another mother who made a divine agreement to be there for you. The mother's womb awaits you and welcomes you. For quite some time, since about 2007, we have been waiting for this time period that we will be in, and it begins now. It begins today. This Vibe and Mantra starts on the 19th, but on the 18th, the mother's womb has been cleaning. The Earth Mother has clearing, getting rid of what no longer serves the highest good of her. For the Earth Mother always has to take care of herself. For if she doesn't take care of herself, how could she take care of you? Know that the Earth Mother is ready. In the watery womb space that you were born, now exists the energy of Scorpio. As we are in a Scorpio, new moon, full moon, Scorpio full moon. In the watery womb space of Scorpio, we become comfortable with the depth of mystery of our own beingness. Gratitude is the key as we embrace this space that we were born into. So the message with that is, many of us have been speaking our truth. We've been saying, what is it this week that I need to learn? And many people have been antsy. We have had an increased amount of nervousness, an increased amount of anxiety, and people are saying, why is this happening? Remember, when we're in the mother's womb, our mother's womb, our birth mother's womb, we feel everything. As a matter of fact, if our birth mother has not taken care of herself, we will even become codependent if she's taking drugs or she's not nourishing. We will take what we can from her and she will give to us naturally first. But if the earth mother, if not the earth mother, the human mother, or the celestial mother who carries the child in her womb, does not nurture herself, if she's not taking care of herself, still when she gives birth to her child, that child will become a child of the earth mother. And that child will need healing if that child is born with any type of addiction or codependency. If you have picked up any types of codependencies in your life, or even if you have picked up on any types of fear, perhaps you've felt abandoned, let down, you probably have been feeling intense energy since about 2007. As a matter of fact, I would say everyone has been feeling this in some way. Notice the increased number of wildfires. We've had some earthquakes, tsunamis, things that have been going on. This is the Earth Mother clearing space. Whereas we've polluted that space, it's important to know that she will always, always take care of us, because she will re-landscape her womb. And she will clear it out, and she will make space, and she will till up her soil. If she has to bring a storm in, just to move things around, she has to wipe the man-made things out so that seeds can be planted. So seeds can be planted in her womb so that you have food to eat, so that you have clean water. It's up to us who dwell in her womb to be conscious that this mother wants to work with us, and she will always be there to work with us, for she is the mother of all mothers. Jesus said when he was on the cross, I believe this came to me. He said, and when his mother Mary was there, he said, "Behold, this is your mother." I believe what he meant was, "Behold, this is your mother." He was talking about the earth, but he was also pointing to his mother, who had to give him up. And so he could do what he needed to do while he was dwelling on the plains of the earth mother. Many people don't know where Jesus went for a great number of years. Some say he was learning secret teachings of the Essenes, and perhaps some of the reasons that he said what he said has been maybe covered up. And perhaps if we were to go a little deeper and to feel a little more, perhaps we could get the real message the deeper message of why Jesus walked on this earth. Perhaps we could understand why he said that we could do as he does and greater things. Perhaps we would not be lessened to guilt. Perhaps we would believe that manifestation is not an illusion, and that perhaps we would say, behold, this is your mother that you live on. Thy will be done on earth as it is in heaven. Jesus said that was the only prayer we needed to pray. And that is the Lord's Prayer. And if you really see and listen to how it goes, if you listen to it in Aramaic, it is beautiful. It has its own language. I remember spending many years trying to read the Bible, and I would get frustrated and put it down. And then I remember getting this message. It was after I was raised Catholic, and I want to just tell everybody that there is a true meaning of Catholic. It means universal. It's when they put the Roman in front of it that it became sanctioned, it became institutionalized. But the true meaning of Catholic is universal, so it means all religions. Roman Catholic turned it into one way, and then we had all these religions that became offsprings of it. And when Jesus was here, Jesus was known as like a crazy, manic, person on this world who was rocking things up. And who is this person that's teaching about love? Who is this person who is going against the doctrines that the Lord has set upon this earth? The rules that you needed. Listen to this. People needed rules. Instead of understanding that when the sea parted, the Earth Mother parted the sea. Instead of trusting all the things that naturally happened, that the Earth Mother was working with Moses and Creator, when God Creator created the heavens and the earth. Perhaps there is something beautiful to be said about that. Perhaps we will stop labeling things as God being someone that is pointing the finger down on you, and you better do this and that, and you know that God is inside of you. And when you embrace your own consciousness, you embrace your own knowledge, you embrace your own wisdom, that you made an agreement to come to this mother, to stand on the grass, to plant the seeds, to eat and share in the harvest, but put it back into the earth because you appreciate her. Because the umbilical cord, which provides all the nutrients to the baby in the mother's womb, right, and more, the blood pumping through. If you really watch how creation works, so we're in water, so does the creation that exists on this Earth Mother. She uses water to clear her surface. She uses wind, every element, fire. Now, some of those fires are man-made, but sometimes she'll make the wind blow about and spread it. She clears things. In the old days, in order to get rid of disease, they would often burn a town down and they moved. The Earth Mother will always preserve herself. The reason for this is because the Earth Mother has a vibration. And within that vibration, she has a language. And it is a universal language that speaks to us all. That universal language is a rhythm. It is the heartbeat of Creator life in us. And God breathed His breath into man, and man became a living soul. The only thing that separates us is our physical bodies. which chose to come and live on this earth plane. So we have an etheric part of us, and we have an earth part of us. And as they say, back to the dust. We either were cremated, or we're put in the earth. We go back to the earth. Our body decomposes, and our body is made up of all the elements of this earth. When we begin to trust that we are so in synchrony and so in harmony with Mother Earth, and we understand what we do to her, we do unto ourselves. Jesus said many of these words. When we understand, and Buddha and many teachers said this, and have and still say it. We're all teachers and students. When we understand that we are that important, each one of us, and that unique, that we are her children. Father Sky, God Creator, Mother Earth. Why do I know this? I'm channeling this right now. This is information that's flowing through. When I read the Bible, I read it, but it became a vibration, and it spoke to me. And it was these words, everything that was said. I did not take those things literally. I received other messages, and it really helped me. It helped me to understand something. That how I design my life is what I get. And I will say that I have made a mess in the past, and I knew, I was conscious of the frequency of things. I thought, when I do this is a frequency, and this may mask things for a while. And all the craziness that was going on in my life that really hurt, and I could not live in it, but I thought I should live in it, because if I left that situation, I would let down what I had learned as the family unit, to not break the bonds of the family unit. So I medicated myself so I could stay in that space. But even deeper, going back to my childhood, I had medicated myself with loads of sugar because of going through a childhood experience that is finally now being felt. I'm finally feeling it. I had to go through something that had to do with one of my own flesh and bone, part of me and my womb, feeling the loss of them in order to get myself back, in order to understand, if you don't feel, we are going to take away the most important part of your life, which I will say, we all have things that are important. For me, it's my children. For me, it's me, because I am part of them and they are part of me. And it took that parting for me to realize I need to feel. I didn't have a choice. I have wept and cried and felt and gotten angry, and then all of a sudden, as the layers peeled away, and as I went outside, always into the mother's womb, as I became naked, just the way I was born, exposed, not to others, but to myself, as I saw the shame that lied deep within me, thinking that the shame was mine because it was an experience that happened to me when I was under 6 years old. That shame, I realized, I didn't have to hold. And it took the love and a divine agreement of a child that I gave birth to And I had to cut the cord, the umbilical cord, and trusted that this child would go out, all 5 of my children, onto the earth. I had to let them go, and that is the hardest thing to do. And I want you to know, if you're pregnant, think about that. When you cut that umbilical cord, you're making an agreement with Mother Earth that you trust her to nurture your child. If there's an earthquake and something happens and your life is lost, or some whatever it is, you have to trust. I have to give a lot of gratitude and thanks to being on a radio station with Rella and with my brother Keola in Hawaii, because I have met the most amazing people. And when I talk to them about the earth, they have such an awareness. And I find myself, I'm getting angry. I'm like, do you realize that what is yours has been taken from you? It breaks my heart that Native Hawaiians cannot even afford to live in the mother's womb. And I was told that Hawaii is the mother's womb, that the mother, she spoke to me and she said, here I open up my womb. And when I open up my womb, my people know that I will always create new land for them, no matter what is happening. They should never be afraid, because they are told and instructed to go and plant seeds in the forest of the rain. And they can see the forest of the rain as the prism shows them that. And that there would be one day someone that came, many people that come, and they would turn the mother's womb into cement. But the promise is sealed, for my womb will open and I will create more land for them. And they should never worry, for when you trust the mother provides. I saw her open up her womb, and I saw that. I saw a volcano. And it began to make sense. I didn't know exactly what I was feeling, but I knew that I had met these amazing people when I talked to them about things, and because I was so frustrated that they were living, and many of them lived 2 to 3 people in a house. Can't even afford to live. When they have all, like the weather is perfect there, and they can grow their own fruit, but that's been taken away. Most of their food, believe it or not, is imported. And they're not showing like the anger that I felt. Like, I wanted to do something, and I'm going to tell you something. I was posting videos about this, and somehow they're getting deleted. I'm like, what is going on? This isn't fair. And when she opened up her womb, I saw these tiny hair-like particles that were in the air. And I can't express to you since like how in gratitude I am for being connected with Keola and Rella and all of these amazing people that I honor, because they have taught me that sometimes anger, it doesn't work. And I can tell you that for me, when I get angry, I usually feel awful back, but that's because of something, a vibration that I felt and an upbringing when I was a child. But it's okay to feel angry. It's okay to get upset. But what they taught me is they trust the mother. They don't worry about a lot of things because they know exactly what is happening. And when I went to Hawaii, I remember asking, I saw a queen, and I said, what happened? I can't even believe, I didn't learn this in history. Their queen was, before they became part of the United States, which I say Hawaii is its own country. It's its own freedom. It belongs to the Native Hawaiians. It is, because they know how to nurture it. They know how to respect it. And we need to let them do that. And stop building and getting rich off that sacred land. That land is meant to flourish and to grow. And it is the balance point of where we live in Turtle Island, North and South America. The Native Americans call Turtle Island. If we don't learn to nourish her and to respect the sacredness, we will just keep repeating a cycle over and over again, and we're creating more work for her. If we don't honor her, and we don't honor the sacredness, what the queen was thrown in, locked into her home and left to die. And you know what she did? She did it with faith. She did it with love, because she knew that there would come a time when everything would become balanced again. It is so important for us to honor. It is important for us to stop always wanting more and to know we have enough. And now that we are in this time where she has cleared things, she offers to us the opportunity to plant our seeds. Whatever it has been inside of you that you may have been so stressed out and frustrated and have let go of any dream, she's asking us to plant the seeds and trust her that she will take us where we need to go. She will welcome us to where we need to be. And she will always provide us with what we need. That is what's going on right now. This is the time that we're in. We are to wake up. We are to feel our feelings. I have changed a lot. I've gained, if you notice, I've gained some weight. But I was so numb for so long. And also diagnosed with fibromyalgia. Also had things like endometriosis, different things affected my womb. And a lot of that comes and has come from a deep pain that I never dealt with inside of me. And just like the Earth Mother needs to express and to clear, so do we need to do that. So don't give up your dreams. Let yourself feel. I've been to so many doctors that have written me a prescription for antidepressants, and when I tried them, I couldn't take them because I stopped feeling my feelings. And I said, I have to feel my feelings. If I don't feel my feelings, I'm masking the experience that I came here to experience. And I have to trust that the mother would nurture me through this. So, like Jason Mraz says, I'm going back to the earth. We are called, as Chiron is out of Pisces now, and all the drugs and all the things that were so readily given, and we thought that that was the answer. To trust that, and I did trust it. we would not get really sick, that the mother, if you trust the earth, you will not go through all the crazy rhythms that those false pills and things like that offer you. Now, if you're sick and you have to take a medication, just know it has a vibration for a time. And it's better to take something in a temporary way, but not to be on it all the time, like all the time. But only to take it when you need it. And there are other alternatives, as long as they are things that do not take you outside of your feelings. Always, always remember, the most important thing is to feel. So long, that Chiron and Pisces. I was born with Chiron and Pisces. I'm a feeler, a big sponge feeler, but we have escaped feeling. The mother's womb is now ready, and if we can trust that by feeling, she's going to take care of us, because her ability to hold space, and remember, when I say the mother's room, the core of the mother's womb, it is. And when I say Hawaiian, it is the mother's womb. But the mother's womb touches even Turtle Island, because many islands have been created. Think about that. The volcano is creating more land. And oh, how beautiful it is. But it belongs to the people that can respect it. And if you are someone that moves there, you must respect the land and the tradition. In this weekly vibe and mantra, now I'm hoping to take a portion of this and have it republished so that people will hear this. Can you see the prisms behind me? It's beautiful. Prism. Receive. Thank you. We're going to do the mantra. So I'm going to ring the bell and just still yourself. In this moment, I can feel the mother's womb. My feet touch the ground. I feel the energy as it moves all the way to the top of my head. And I feel myself connected to the sky. And the sky is in the sky, and it nourishes and it gives what the mother needs. And the mother takes care of me. I receive the mantra. I am a part of this life, and I choose to feel and experience the frequency that I am part of, and I know I am worthy because the mother gave birth to me. These are what we use here. These ladies in, there's a story, there's something sacred about when someone, and when the Native Hawaiians, when they make you a lei, there's a lot of energy that goes on to this. I'm just going to put this around me because I just want you to know. My daughters, my two daughters who come with me, my manager, Margie, that I am blessed to share, and that everything that has been given to me, I will give back tenfold. And thank you, everyone, for watching this. I cannot thank you enough for taking the time to honor yourself also, as you wake up to a new path ahead of you, and as you become part of the rhythm of life. as the mother takes you on the journey you were meant to live. Namaste. Mahalo. Thank you so much for joining me. And if you would like more information on how to connect with me and other prisms of light, you are a prism of light. If you want to know more about that, go over to litetheway.com, L-I-T-E, theway.com. I am the truth. I am the light. I am the way. That's where that came from. You are part, and you matter so much. You matter, no matter what you have been through. If you've even been in trouble, you still matter. There's a reason. When you get out of prison even, you go back to the mother. You were there. You matter. Do something. You can do it. She welcomes you. And we must set aside judgment and recognize that we're all here as a larger family. And this mother is our mother. Please, please, let's work together. Also on Facebook, I have a voice. Please check it out. It's so important to bring together people who are looking for other people that are just like them. And my app, Kimmie Rose, which is going to be brand new. We're redoing it. It's actually our app. Anything I say it's R. Because I really believe it's an R. O-U-R. And KimmieRose.com. From my heart to yours, bless you. Thank you so much. All the way from Michigan, which is a sacred place. Please enjoy this time. Know it's time to live your dream, and you don't have to work hard at it. Just take care of yourself, and you will be taken care of. Peace.
Static is just forming some chords and some walls. I'm static without the ends, and every breath of hers was a thorn in his eye, and every petal's blushing red. It's on my fingertips, and my electric lights becoming